A South Korean chip company you have probably never heard of just pulled off the single biggest stock market debut any foreign company has ever done on American soil. $26.5 billion raised in a single day. Bigger than Alibaba. Bigger than any name you are thinking of right now. And the wild part? Most people cannot even tell you what this company makes. The company is called SK Hynix. And on July 10th, it listed on the NASDAQ and raised $26.5 billion. To put that in perspective, the old record for a foreign company going public in the U.S. was Alibaba back in 2014, which raised $25 billion. SK Hynix just beat it. Investors wanted in so badly that orders poured in for 7 times more shares than were actually for sale. The stock was priced at $149, opened at $170, and finished its first day up 13%. So who are they? And why is Wall Street throwing tens of billions of dollars at them? Here is the backstory, and it is the key to the whole thing. For decades, making memory chips was considered a brutal, boring, low-margin business. Memory was a commodity. Everybody made roughly the same stuff, prices crashed every few years, and investors treated companies like SK Hynix as an afterthought next to the glamorous chip designers like Nvidia. Then artificial intelligence changed everything. When you hear about the AI boom, everyone talks about Nvidia's chips, the GPUs, the processors doing the thinking. But a processor is useless if it cannot get data fast enough to work on. And that is where a special kind of memory comes in, called HBM, or high bandwidth memory. Think of Nvidia's chip as a world-class chef. HBM is the team of runners sprinting ingredients to that chef so fast he never once has to stop and wait. Without it, the most powerful AI chip on Earth just sits there, starving. And here is the punchline. SK Hynix is the #1 supplier of that memory to Nvidia. When Nvidia builds the chips powering nearly every AI data center on the planet, it turns to SK Hynix for the memory that makes them run. That single fact rewrote this company's future. Now look at the numbers, because they are staggering. In just the first quarter of 2026, SK Hynix posted an operating profit of about $25 billion. Not revenue, profit. That was roughly 5 times higher than a year earlier. Revenue hit about $35 billion in a single quarter, the highest in the company's history. And this is the line that should make you sit up. The company says it has already sold out its entire supply of memory chips through the end of 2026. Every chip it can make this year is already spoken for. When your product is sold out a year in advance, you do not have a demand problem. You have a printing money problem. That is why the company recently crossed a $1 trillion market value, joining the tiny handful of companies on Earth worth more than $1 trillion. So why go public in America now, and what does it mean for the money? 2 reasons. First, SK Hynix is going to use that $26 billion to build. It is expanding its factories back in South Korea and buying some of the most expensive machines humans have ever made, EUV lithography scanners that cost hundreds of millions of dollars each. This is a company pouring its winnings straight back into making even more of the chips the world is desperate for. Second, listing in the U.S. puts SK Hynix right in front of American investors who want a piece of the AI boom but are nervous about paying nosebleed prices for Nvidia. SK Hynix offers a different angle on the exact same gold rush, a pick and shovel play on the one component nobody can build AI without. But here is the part that should make you a little cautious because every gold rush has a catch. SK Hynix's fortune is tied almost entirely to one thing: the AI spending boom continuing. Its rivals Samsung and Micron are racing as fast as they can to catch up in high bandwidth memory and grab a slice of these profits. And if AI data center spending ever slows down, if all those hundreds of billions companies are pouring into AI do not pay off, the memory market has a nasty history of crashing hard and fast. Sold out today can become a glut tomorrow. That is the tension at the heart of the biggest foreign debut in American market history, a company that is absolutely essential right now, riding a wave that has made almost everyone rich, but sitting on top of an industry that has burned investors before. For now, though, the market has spoken loudly. $26.5 billion, 7 times oversubscribed, a record that stood for more than a decade shattered in a single afternoon. The company that quietly makes the memory inside the AI revolution just stepped into the spotlight, and Wall Street could not buy in fast enough. So here is my question for you. Is SK Hynix the smartest way to bet on artificial intelligence? Or is this the top of a memory chip bubble that always ends in tears? Drop your take in the comments. I read them. And if you want the biggest moves in AI and money broken down like this every single day, subscribe to Mind Blitz. I'll see you in the next one.